This is Power Rangers Cosmic Roar, and we should all probably reintroduce ourselves since it's been a month. I am your GM, uh, Zach Hart, or Dream Sword, or Stan, and I control the character of Zach, the Gray Ranger. We have here Ryo,
I clean everything up.
and you do something else,
Yeah, I guess I control Zinc, but he has a mind of his own,
and you do something else.
which is,
You're co-GM.
yeah, I clean things up.
Yeah. And we also have Troy.
Hello, I play Olivia,
Yep.
and and I'll soon become the Purple Ranger.
Spoilers. Jeez. Whole
Fine.
show ruined.
Sorry, I mean, I guess my purple outfit didn't,
No.
give it away.
Yeah. People in Power Rangers just wear one color because it's cheaper, not because it symbolizes what they'll be. I mean, come on. Like,
I believe it.
like.
I thought it
Well,
was
I only
so.
wear black.
There was a
That's-
sale.
I thought it was so cool how they all wore the color that they wore.
Yeah.
Because
And-
it's like, because I just feel like they're trying to hint out like, hey guys, guess who we are? Can you guess?
I mean, to be fair, it's not just the Rangers who do that. Like, Angela wore orange all the frickin' time from Mighty
Hulk
Morphin.
and Skull were black and leather.
Yeah, so it wasn't just them.
Or Voltron, where they wore all of the right colors except wrong.
Yes.
They had all the colors corresponding to the lions, just
Not in the right
completely
order.
wrong completely wrong people were wearing them.
Because that wasn't confusing for kids. But, and then we also have Nico.
And I am Narples, who is right now being portrayed by a Nightmare Minmay. Well, not Nightmare Minmay, Doofy Minmay.
Yeah.
And I am just in the most horrible spot.
Why?
I mean, like, look at this map.
Look, the parasites are technically not there. Just ignore them. It's fine.
Hey, you want to trade? I can take them all out.
Oh God, no! Stop.
Just like I'm in this spot where you can't even get between the buildings because obviously there is no gap between them because they're lying flat on the ground.
Oh, you can jump over them.
Well, it's 2D, it's 2D Pokemon.
Pretend you're jumping down a
impenetrable.
ledge.
So, and then we have Tom here, who is watching/listening in. So,
Yeah, I'm not gonna say much.
yeah, just enjoying the ride, and it's cool. No worries. But he typically plays Tamaki, our Green Ranger.
What's geography?
Who knows, man?
You could ask at school.
So, this is taking place just after the previous episode. So, Tom, since you're here, you want to do the last time on thing for us?
Yeah, I guess I could do that. Last time on Power Rangers Cosmic Roar. Ryan was like looking at trains and stuff, and he was also trying to be a hero, trying to fulfill his destiny as being the Red Ranger and therefore the leader, obviously. And then it's just like, oh, it's not that easy, and like, oh, I'm not strong enough in order to protect my team. I don't want my friends to get hurt. But then he realized the important thing about friendship and teamwork is that you have a team for a reason. And so he learned, and because he learned, we got our ranger weapons. Also, there was some dead guy there. He was cool. He turned all rainbow and gay.
Sure. Yep. Nailed it.
He is a dead guy.
Nailed it. Yeah, you did it. Good job. Like, yep.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, this episode opens almost like literally right after the ending of the previous one, okay? So, for those who tuned in last time, or I guess didn't, technically, they just got done killing a giant monster the size of a small building. There's, uh, there's ruins, debris, broken apart buildings, goo, fire all over the place, and they're like, yay, we won. And
we did it, Patrick. We saved the city.
yes. And while they're all celebrating, having a group hug, laughing, talking, all that. And again, I'm talking as if this were a TV show. The camera pans back to where the gigantic parasite was. And a familiar set of legs walks onto the scene, and someone reaches down and grabs the crystal that formed the giant parasite. And it pans up, and it's revealed to be Zach. And he is staring at the group with a very familiar set of intense eyes that he tends to like to use as a tool. So, and then this would be where if we had an intro, it would roll, cue theme song and all that. So,
Go, go, Power Rangers!
Yeah, kinda. So, I'm not going to rearrange anything on this map because we're not going to be here for long because of the scenario we have set up, but we will be using it for right now. So, just kind of ignore all this extra bits. All you really need to care about is the Chaos Roar team. Ryo, please. Why would you do this?
He melted.
I mean, yes, but I need to use that token later.
Nah.
Oh no, it's so hard, isn't it?
It is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Ryo, please. Ryo. Why would you do this?
Stan, I have a theme song that should be playing just about now.
Oh my gosh.
I'll send it.
Ryo, please, I need these tokens.
You have the original token.
I actually don't. You're the one who uploaded it, not me.
No, I put the other one back to normal.
Yeah, but I need that one too.
There.
That was so hard. Let
No.
me have my fun.
Ryo, please. This whole game is ruined now. Ryo.
Hey, there's variety.
Fine, whatever. As long as you put it all back when you're done. Anyway. So, now it is the next day. And if I remember right, I said that last session it was a Thursday, I believe, right? So that would make this a Friday. And it's a bit early in the morning. I'd say it'd be the time where people, if they're not just waking up, they've been up for maybe 1 or 2 hours, right? So, where is everybody at this current moment? What are all your characters doing?
Well, I mean, if it's 2 hours after people would be waking up, then I'm on my way to work.
Man, she's got the early shift, huh?
Well, if people have been up for 2 hours, that's not even an early shift.
I guess, yeah. So, okay, Narples, is she running out the door
With a toast in her
Yeah.
mouth and
Oh no, it's anime.
and she's gonna be late.
oh no, I'll be on time with 10 minutes to spare
Yes.
to pick up some coffee before I actually start working.
Tasukete Bus-chan.
Yeah. Right, okay. So, how about Zinc? What's he doing?
Netflix.
Still just staring at the archives. So
What else is he gonna do? He lost his warehouse.
yeah, so I think it's been like a whole week since the last Chaos Roar adventure. So if in that case, again, assuming Zink has literally done nothing else but just stand there and stare,
Which he has.
yeah, he would now be up through Samurai. So
Oh god, who's this cardboard cutout?
so knowledge checks up to that season, I'll give you a +2 innately. Should any of that stuff come up. So, all right. And how about Olivia? What's she up to?
What time of the year is this?
Well, assuming I'm doing my math correctly, this would be like late summer, early fall.
Okay, well, in her backstory, she's getting ready for college because she's out of high school. So
Yeah.
I guess she's after all the stuff that happened, she's just getting ready for school. So making sure she has all her books, pens,
Mhm.
paper, and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me roll something here. I'm actually just gonna roll a. I'm just gonna flip a coin actually. 2. Okay. All right. So, as Olivia is getting ready, right? She gets a phone call, or her phone starts to ring. Does she pick it up?
She has to ring twice before picking it up.
Okay, and when she picks it
I
up,
want to feel
Like-
wanted.
My mom literally does that.
Why?
I don't know, but she does that every single time she answers the phone. She lets it ring twice.
That weird, but okay. So, Olivia.
play Raid Shadow Legends. Forget everything you knew about mobile games.
Oh God. Everyone I'm sub to is sponsored by that game. Stop.
Literally
Legion.
everybody is subbed. They're desperate,
Chaos
man.
Legion.
Chaos Legion would be much better, but like, okay, so
That's true.
okay, Olivia gets the call, and it is someone from her college. Okay, and they're like, "Hey, yeah, I don't know if you've watched the news lately, but there was kind of a giant monster attack, and as a result, we're delaying, people coming in to start the college semester. Having goop that's on fire everywhere kind of impedes the learning process a little bit. So, yeah, well, we'll keep you posted. You don't have to come." Like,
Okay, I will respond, "What pussies?" and then hang up.
I'd still go. Jeez, like, but all right. So now that that's done, what's Olivia gonna do now?
Since this is my first session, has she made any friends?
Well,
with anyone?
she's met some people, but she hasn't really made quote unquote friends. She's just kind of acquaintances, you know.
Okay.
I do like that Sheena's just sitting in the water.
Yes,
And I'm right next to her.
yes. She's a cow. She'll float.
Well, I guess since she, can't get ready for school now, because all the mess, I guess she'll go in town and check it out since she has nothing else better to do.
I'm gonna go poke all the goo that's littering the streets. Okay.
I can only imagine that Sheena's using her otters like a propeller in the water.
Yeah. Yes. So, meanwhile, since Sheena is not here, I will also have to control Rose. I will say that Rose and Nadia are watching the news, which was, brought up. And on the news report, it is. Do you want it to be Mika Banhara, Nico?
Yes.
Okay, but I can't do her accent, so I'm just letting you know. But
Will live.
yeah. So just everyone imagine this in your best English woman accent, I guess. that said, I'm just gonna use my newscaster voice. So, report goes: disaster struck last night as a gigantic monster attacked the edge of the city. Thankfully, local heroes, the Power Rangers, jumped in to save the day. However, the damage is very extensive, and the city's going to have to spend a lot of money on repairs. We have also decided to gather public opinion on what people think of the current state of the city, as well as the Rangers as heroes. Here's what they had to say. And so, now I'm gonna...
No comment.
Say what?
It's just like they approach some random people, and most of them are just like, "I'm on TV." No comment.
Well, here's what I'm thinking, alright? How about you guys all be one person who is getting interviewed?
Okay.
And you guys can say whatever you want as long as it's PG-13. So, so,
Wubba-dubba-dub, is that true?
Tom, you can even be one if you want.
Hey.
9/11 was an inside job.
And then they just pan to the next person. All right, next. But
Monsters aren't real. It was just an oil spill.
you can't have two, right? You got to choose one.
Oil spill.
Okay, so they approach
That bitch canonically exists.
language. So,
Hey, we get one.
yeah. So, yeah, they go over to one lady, and they're like, "What do you think about the strange happenings around the city?" And she's like, "Everyone keeps saying it's a monster attack. Monsters aren't real, okay? Everyone just needs to calm down. It's obviously just some stupid stunt that the local government is pulling to get more tourism, alright? Like, everyone chill. Jeez." So, yeah. Okay, so then they go to the next person, and, let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny. Tom. What does your person say?
The heck is a Power Ranger?
What in
Are they
tarnation?
anything like the Common Riders?
What in tarnation?
A little less powerful individually, but yeah, kinda.
Okay. Yeah, they're cool, I guess.
Oh, those exist. I mean, all right, cool, whatever. So, all right, and how about Nico?
I like turtles.
Oh my! What is wrong with the people of this city?
Well, the ones left over are the ones who survived the Go attack.
True. All right, so Troy, now your turn.
I got a call from my college today and saying they're delaying opening school, and I just told them, "Y'all are pussies," and then hung up on them.
You decided it's just gonna be Olivia. She's
not a Power Ranger.
It's true. You decided they just went up to her on the street and were all...
Cut. We can't use that take. Foul language, Missy.
Exactly. We're trying to ask you about the state...
I'm sorry, what's his?
We're trying to ask you about the state of the city and also your opinion of the Power Rangers.
Oh, I like the Rangers of Power.
Okay. The absolute state of the city. Alright, and so then I will also do one. And...
I reckon that thing just jumped a fence, and...
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say... life here was so much better when the Power Rangers weren't around. Why can't they just take their problems elsewhere? Why'd they have to bring monsters here? Why can't they just leave us alone? Who even asked for all this anyway? And she just kind of goes on and on and on.
Thanks, Karen.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, kind of upset. And so then it goes back to Migahara, and there's like, well, there you have it. We will keep you updated as the situation continues. Back to you, Fred. And so...
We will keep you updated as the situation continues.
Yeah, there you go. Panda Bakery.
You have to just give me those lines to read as Migahara beforehand.
Well, the thing is, I usually just think of them on the spot, so, like, it's kind of hard.
So then just give me the things that I'm supposed to say more or less. And
oh, okay. Alright, I'll keep that in
mind.
mind from now on. Alright. So... And so Rose is like, man, we should... Like, she's actually getting kind of worried about the state of the city. And Nadia's just like, don't worry, sis. We've got each other. We can do it. We can make it through anything. And so they have their little tender moment. And their dog, Hershey, just kind of barks, wags its tail. You know, Bee's cute. And
Pork.
yeah, and snuggles up to them. So now we go over to Zach, who he is feeling a little confused, and he asks the Guardian to beam him into the Hall of Champions, which he does. And so now Zach's like, "Hey, Guardian, can you get Narples and Zinc over here?" And the Guardian just kind of motions towards Zinc, and like the floating platform Zinc is on just kind of floats down. Like
That orb better be on it.
say what?
The viewing globe, it better be on it.
Why? Well, yeah. Like
Because if he was being separated from that, he'd hop off the platform.
but anyway, so Guardian's like, Zinc, Zach seems to want our attention for something.
Good for him.
And then the Guardian then speaks into Narples' mind, and he's like, Narples, do you have a moment?
Well, clearly some people around here don't need to work.
It's urgent, Narples, please.
You can see a crack forming in the Guardian spirit.
No. And so
The answer is no.
and he poofs her into the hall anyway. Just so yeah, all three of them are there now. And Zach's like, so did anyone here know that there are other rangers in the city?
And Zinc just looks at the Guardian.
And the Guardian simply shakes his head and goes, no, in fact I did not. And Zach's like,
Sense motive.
okay, if you want to, roll a d6. 4, okay? So, Zinc's not buying it, but it's not like he has proof otherwise, you know? So, and the Guardian continues like, the only rangers I recruited were you three. Zach just kind of shakes his head and he's like, great, so now we have another problem to deal with. And he's like, so what do you guys think about this?
Told him.
I don't know. I mean, like, if they're gonna, if they keep the place safe, I'm all right with that.
And Zach's like, well, the only thing I saw was that they fought and killed a giant parasite. Although I nabbed the crystal they had, and he like pulls it out of his like hoodie pocket, and then the Guardian immediately like just kind of takes it from him. Pretty much, yeah. Like, like, so.
Oh, give me a bucket.
So, and then Zach, because he's still kind of not buying in this whole thing, and he definitely doesn't want the competition. He's like, and that's another thing too. How do we know these Chronos Crystal things even work? I mean, like, yeah, we've been gathering them, and the monsters want them, but like, we haven't actually seen them do any of the things you said they could do. The Guardian then motions to the viewing globe, and it's up to you guys if you guys stare at it, but Zach does. So
okay, I'm gonna look at it.
Okay, and so then the globe then shows an entirely different city from Rolte. Looks like different buildings, different landscape, different lighting, everything. Okay, and they see an image of somebody picking up one of these crystals off the ground, right? And it's some random guy, very generic, nondescript. And
His skin starts melting.
no, and he's like, wow. And he's near a wishing fountain. He's like, maybe I can use this to wish for something. And so he walks over and he's like, man, I wish I was rich beyond my wildest dreams. And then after that, his body begins to like horrifically mutate, and he ends up becoming a monster who's made out of gold coins. And Zach's like, jeez. And so, and
I mean, it is beyond what he was believing, what he was gonna get, so I guess it's fair.
And the Guardian says that is something that happened in the past when a similar event to this happened. When a normal person makes a wish upon a fragment of the Grand Chronos Crystal with an impure intention or without guidance or the proper mental fortitude, they become corrupted and become monsters, as you saw there. And so then the viewing globe turns off, and he's like...
And then Zink smacks the side of it, Netflix back on.
and then the Guardian is like stares up at the ceiling, quote unquote, for even though technically there isn't one. For a second, he's like, speaking of which, it seems like the city of Rolte is rather a magnet for these crystals. I sense another one nearby. And so Zach's like, so, okay, where? And Guardian flips on the viewing globe again, and it shows the outside of a local bank. And so Zach's like, oh, easy. I just bust in there and grab it. No problem. And Guardian's like, take the others along with you. You'll probably need help. And Zach's like, who do you think I am? Fine. And so Zach's like, come on, guys, let's do it.
I'm like, Guardian, please, could you set me off at the crossing of these two streets next to the Panda Bakery? I am so gonna be late.
And so,
like, not paying attention to the question about whether we're gonna help him.
Yeah. So, and then the Guardian's just like, very well. And so he poofs Narples to like a street away from her work. So,
yes.
And then he goes, Zach, Zink, do what you need to do to recover the crystal inside. And so,
okay, warp me inside the safe.
Unfortunately, I cannot.
Of course you can't.
and so, and then Zach's like, oh, don't worry, Zinky man. You got me with you. We'll get in there, no problem. And Zach just kind of like pats him on the shoulder, which he can barely reach because Zink's so much taller than him. Like, so then
He like jump and smacks.
kinda.
Yeah.
Well, he'll just hurt himself doing that.
And so then those two get poofed to outside the bank. And so now
Zink immediately morphs.
there's no monsters, but okay.
Oh.
So, but no, that's fine. And so Zach's like, good idea. Wouldn't hurt to have disguises. And so he morphs too. And
sure.
And so now we're gonna pan over to Narples for a minute. So Narples, you are like a block away from your work. What are you gonna do?
Well, I hurry up.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I already aim to be like 10 minutes. I already aim to be like 10 minutes before when this whole thing happened. So I'm just about on time, considering I got teleported right next to the place. And I say hi to everybody. How many people are at the Panda Bakery? Panda Cafe.
Hold on. Okay, so you open the door, and it's not like super packed, but there's like a good sizable amount of people in there.
Okay.
So,
it's
however, as you enter and you're saying your highs and you're like trying to get ready for work and stuff, you hear a familiar voice, and Oh, I see they let just anyone work here nowadays.
God damn it.
Heck.
Oh my god, it's the pop superstar Catherine Andrews.
Yeah,
Heck.
and now you know why this place is kind of getting crowded. Because there's a lot of beast folk in here who are gathering around trying to like get autographs from her and stuff.
I'm sure as heck ain't gonna make the this crowd any bigger, and just sneak off to the to like change into my work clothes.
All right, and so now we're gonna change maps here, real quick.
Change this mess.
Yes. So there we go. And so now we'll go back to Olivia. What's Olivia doing now that she's done being harassed by the paparazzi?
Oh, what time is it now?
Well, I'd say it's about 10:30ish, around there.
Mm.
If you want, you can look around, see what's on your surroundings. I mean, I know I switched the map, but she's still in the city, so.
Yeah, what's her surroundings right now?
Alright, so she sees that there's still blobs of black ink all over the place. The fires have calmed down. There's definitely some torn up buildings. However, people are still getting off to work. Local restaurants and stuff. The business is still going, basically.
Mm.
And you also see a nearby flyer saying, "Come meet super idol Catherine Andrews at the Panda Bakery Cafe," and it has an address on it as well. And there's it's like a poster of her singing.
Okay. Yeah, that piques my interest since I have nothing else to do.
Well, it's Friday night and I got nothing. Friday morning and I got nothing. Let's do this. So okay. And
So I go to the cafe.
all right, so you start making your way there. Okay, we'll go back to Narples, and
I am already dressed up in my French maid uniform.
with the moose hat, yes.
With the moose hat, yes, with a pon-pon. That's the standard attire
Yes.
for this line of work. The moose hat prevents all of the hairs from falling into the cakes.
Yes, exactly. So
It has it has like static properties, so all of the hair just keeps it keeps attached to me.
Oh, of course. And like I said, this place is decently packed, and it's only going to start getting more packed. A, because lunchtime is approaching. B, because Catherine Andrews is doing a PR event here, signing autographs, and anyone who's looking at her can probably tell that she's not really comfortable here, but she's just doing it, just to get more popular.
And I'm rolling my eyes the hardest I possibly can.
And
Roll for eyes.
I go.
I'm gonna roll for the rolls.
Okay, go for it. 3. So you roll your eyes decently hard, I guess. So
I'm decently dissatisfied with these.
basically you're miffed, but you're not letting it super get to you, essentially. So
I'm not letting my boss see it as much.
pretty much. So meanwhile, her agent is also there, Catherine Andrews, and he's kind of cutting. He's like, "Yeah, this will do great for your PR. You'll sell a lot more CDs this way." And Nico, I want you to roll to see if you hear what she's about to say. So go ahead and roll another d6.
/R space D6.
Yeah.
Also, if you're in the chat, you can just hit up and it'll bring up the last thing you typed.
Oh.
Oh, 5. Okay, so you're definitely gonna hear her. So she's like, yes, as long as I don't get any fleas from the people around here. I can't deal with something like that, And so, yeah.
Wait, is that implying Catherine Andrews would be a suitable host for fleas? Is she actually a beast person?
Maybe, I don't know. She's just kind of being insulting in general. But
I don't know. There might be some stuff there.
Sorry.
So yeah, she's putting on a rather fake smile, but the crowd's buying into it. So
And I'm just pretending to take a smoke break, even though I don't smoke.
and you just started.
In the cafe.
And you just started.
Am I at the cafe right now?
You will be in a moment.
Yeah, I just go to the back and like take like take like a stick and I'm gonna go to the boss. I need to smoke.
And the boss is like, yeah, Narples,
Deception.
whatever.
Deception.
Language. Gee.
Ship sailed on that.
Oh my goodness.
We're TV
I'm
17
sorry.
now.
Apparently. So,
This is the edgy Power Rangers you asked for.
I guess
No,
so.
that's gonna be the R-rated crap.
Dangleberries. I rolled a 1.
There you go. So
Oh gosh, diddly darn it.
So your boss is like, yeah, right, Narples, you just started. Get out there and serve our customers already.
I guess it can be helped. All right. So I just do a little round in that case.
Okay, so I want you to do another roll real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so your first customer, who do you want it to be? I'm gonna say at around this point, this is when Olivia enters the scene.
I didn't hear what you said.
Sorry. I'm gonna say it's around this time that Olivia opens the door and enters the the bakery cafe place.
Does this Bayonetta theme starts playing?
No. Actually, hold on. This gives me a question. Troy,
Yeah.
how does Olivia enter this place?
Naked.
I mean, I can't stop her. Like,
Hey, even we have standards, lady.
right?
No pennies, no service.
She first peeks her head in to see if it's the right place.
Uh-huh. And you definitely see a whole bunch of beast people lining the place, and I'm gonna have you roll a d6 real quick. 1. Okay, so you do not see, you don't recognize anybody. You don't even see Catherine Andrews in here
Oh, she hits her head on the
frame.
on the doorknob.
Yeah, just dunk.
Since she doesn't see her, she's like, man, I guess I got the wrong place, but since I'm already here, I'll, get something since it's a cafe. And it's
Okay, so you enter and you sit down, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna roll something real quick. 2. Okay, so nothing happened specifically yet. Okay, all right. So Narples, roll again, real quick. 2. Okay, the first set of customers you go up to. Okay.
Yeah.
They are an eagle person and a rabbit person. Alright.
Welcome to Panda Bakery. How may I help you?
Yeah, I'll have your finest muffins, says the eagle guy.
All right. Do you like them with raisins or not?
Just get me a muffin. Do you know what a muffin is?
Because that's what I want. A darn muffin.
Sure thing.
Well, do you want it gluten-free?
The heck is gluten?
So,
Get that
so you grab it.
It's hipster juice.
Yeah. So you grab it and bring it back, and then he's like, "Those muffins look freaking gross." Like, what? Like, I'm not gonna eat those. I'm not gonna eat the freaking muffins. So,
But you just acknowledged that they're muffins.
like, so
That's what you wanted. Deal with it.
like, so now I'm gonna roll something. Okay. And so, how are you reacting to this customer right now, Narples?
Then could you tell me what kind of muffins you prefer?
Okay, so as you're asking the question, your eye kind of catches, like, out of the corner. You catch like this light Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you look and you see this rabbit person, and and she's like, "Oh, looks like I got myself caught in a time vortex again."
Just some classic Gorgorsax right there.
Yeah. Gorslax is
But I
a right.
thought you just started.
She's always here. She's always here around this time. Always getting her stuck in the in that one place. Why do we even have a hole in the?
And the eagle guy, who's like in a detective suit, he's like, "You sure you don't want to help?" "Oh no, I got myself into this mess. I won't get myself out." so and all right. So now I'm gonna roll something else. 5. Okay. So now it's Rose and Nadia enter the cafe, and I need to roll their perception. Okay, they really like the number 5. All right, so they look around and they actually see Olivia, and they recognize her from the fair that happened like a couple weeks back. And so they go up, and Nadia's like, "Hey there, you mind if we sit with you?"
Sure.
And Olivia's like, "Who are you?" so all 3 of them are now sitting at the same table. And Rose is like, "Hey, yeah, it's been a while. What was your name again?"
Olivia.
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 Olivia. People get it wrong sometimes, but I like Olivia.
Okay, cool.
But you can just call me Olivia since we don't know each other that well.
Okay.
It's a loving song.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so Rose is like, "Wow, so you made it out of that mess at the carnival? Like, are you doing okay?"
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, it's just. It feels like it's like 3 months since that day, and I don't remember that much. You know.
So-
It's like a really long time has passed and I didn't really do anything.
In fact, most
Yeah.
people got over it if they survived.
So, and now he's like, "Yeah, that was really scary. Things are still just crazy around here." And she like, she coughs a little bit, and she's like, sorry, guess I'm getting a little sick. My bad." Well, we're gonna transition over here to Zach and Zink, who are at this bank, right?
Okay, I know what Zink's gonna do right away.
Well,
Walk through the wall.
the thing
That's
is, because Ryle, I don't know if you're catching what I'm about to put down, because we did discuss this scenario one time. So I was just gonna do that event, but like, if you want to do something else, then that's fine.
Well, we'll see what you have planned, and whenever it inevitably fails, I've got something stupid planned.
Hold on, I'm just gonna type it to you, because I think you might have forgot.
Yeah,
Oh, that was what you were going for?
more or less, yeah.
Okay, so
What do you think the through the wall was the second part?
okay, so Zach's like, all right, Zink. So we need a way to discreetly get in there.
Follow my lead.
Okay.
Stand here.
Uh-huh.
He walks in, walks to the front of the line. He's not in line, and he just kind of looks behind the counter to where the safe would be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he walks back outside, picks Zach up by the leg, and flings his ass through that wall.
Oh! And so, as I've said at the beginning of this, if you guys think of something that I find especially like creative or funny, I'll typically just let it happen, right?
Or just asinine.
Yeah, pretty much. So like this is a little joke scenario Ryan and I came up with. So like, yeah, suddenly the Grey Ranger just busts through the wall and is inside the vault, and the people outside the vault are like, "What was that noise?" And they're like looking
Well, the
all
vault
around.
would be closed, so it's fine.
So, yeah, so
What was that noise? And they look around. They have like exclamation point
Exactly.
above their heads
Then it
for like
settles
5
down.
seconds, and then they're like, "I guess it was my imagination."
Yeah,
That's right.
Zach just hides under some money for a minute, and then it settles down, and they don't care
Ranger
anymore.
beats brick.
so Zach's like, "Get plan, out," and so
And then Zink goes in and loots the crystal while he's recovering.
kinda. So Zink immediately walks out, right? You like grabs the crystal and just walks.
Nah, it's done. I don't need money.
Okay, so he goes, and Zach.
Oh, just to be clear, they have cameras in there, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Obviously.
So they see Zink just ignore the money.
Yeah. And Zach, like, or rather, the Gray Ranger, quote unquote, he brushes himself off, and he's like, gee, well, not the most stealthy, but got the job done. And then he sees like all the money.
Stealthy. We weren't detected.
And so he sees the money laying around. He's like, oh yeah, and he just kind of like, not very discreetly, like, grabs a handful and then just walks out the hole that was made. So
I just picked one of
He
the
just
bags.
stuffs some in his helmet.
kinda.
No, it's down the front of his shirt. It's just pressing out really blatantly because the Ranger suits are spandex.
Yeah. So just walk out. And there's no alarms wiring or anything, and so did Zink wait up, or where did he go after exiting the building?
Oh, he went straight back to the Guardian. Got the crystal.
Okay, so then Guardian poofs him up. And so Zach's now on his own out in the city, and he's like, and he runs off a couple blocks with his ranger speed. And so he's like, and he's like counting the money he got. And he's like, oh, well, I don't think I need to take any more today. This is a pretty good killing. So, like, and then he looks around and he sees the Catherine Andrews poster. And I'm gonna roll something here. 3. Okay. So he sees the address that's on it. And he's like, huh. Didn't someone say they were gonna be there? And he's like thinking. And he's like, well, it's at a bakery. I could buy some food for the kids. Why not? And so, or maybe just take it. Whatever. And so then he sets off to go to the bakery as well. Now we go back to the bakery, and at this point, it is a madhouse. Like, there's not an empty seat in the room. Everyone's loud. People are still trying to get autographs. There's a ton of orders coming in. Narples, what are you doing right now?
Well, somebody has to take in those orders.
Yeah.
So let's see. Why?
Oh no.
I feel that.
Why does this hate me so much? So, like, I take the orders, and I'm trying to get them to the. I'm like, I have like a huge platter with like a whole bunch of things for a whole bunch of people, taking them all
And
at
then
once.
suddenly, oops, she trips and spills it all on Catherine Andrews.
No, wait. It's that would be a win.
Yeah, that would be a 6.
Yeah, that would be a natural 6.
Yeah, like...
Exactly. No, I do happen to be next to Catherine Andrews when I trip, but sadly not on her. I also felt something touch my leg when I was walking by her.
And so Catherine Andrews then gets up and goes, "Oh dear, Narples, you really should take better care of yourself. After all, this is probably the best job you'll ever get, considering your singing career is never going to go anywhere."
Why so
Bruh.
silent?
How
Parlez-vous
the hell do
français?
you even know me?
Literally, who are you?
I mean, I hate her, but why does she even know me?
Isn't that the mystery? So...
Weren't you the rat who crashed my concert?
It was fun.
So... By the way, actually, now that I think about it, you still need to take my order.
All right. What do you want to order, miss?
Yes, I will take your finest pavlova with extra mayo, cheese, 16 graham crackers, 52 cans of Coke, and 945 grams on the dot of baking soda.
And make certain you stuff it with the rare black truffles found in East India.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I think we're out of crackers, so I cannot.
What kind of cheap establishment is this? Fine.
Well, then here's $2. Chop chop to Publix with you.
Then I'll just take all of that plus 17 loaves of Panera bread.
He just runs like 4 blocks down to the Panera.
All right. I go to the kitchen. Put the order. Good luck.
Oh, and I only have $3. Make it work for me.
Oh, and I'd also like a salad as my appetizer. She yells at you.
Oh, all this ruckus, I cannot hear. And I just promptly ignore her and go towards Olivia.
Perhaps if I spoke in her native tongue, screech, screech, screech.
So now Narples is standing in front of the table with Olivia, Nadia, and Rose.
Oh, that was a... Why is this the most lucky roll I have?
It's because Nadia's there and she's nice.
No, it's because you're free of Catherine Andrews for the moment.
That's true.
Being near her is a debuff.
The cursed aura of Catherine Andrews is fact. Where is Catherine Andrews actually?
Considering I did note that she was sitting with some of her staff, I would assume this table over here.
Okay, put a token for Catherine Andrews. We need something disgusting.
It's just one of the parasites.
I mean, I can do that.
No, not that. It should be something. Let me. So yeah, I'm walking by there and I'm like, hello, welcome to the Panda Bakery. How can I help you? I think I know you from somewhere.
Oh Jesus!
Gosh, seeing it that big was. Oh.
That was good. That was good. Okay, so Olivia, since you rolled 5, you actually recognize Narples.
Okay.
Because
cool,
you did hang with her at the carnival, so.
I'm like, oh, hey, it's Narples, right?
Yeah, that's true. I do remember the 3 of you. Was it it was several weeks ago, right? At that carnival place that turned into a complete massacre.
Yeah,
that was a fun day.
And Nadia's like, yeah, she's kind of a little down about. Ryo, please.
What?
We're PG-13.
I did that a minute ago.
I know, but still. Anyway, continue, guys.
So, what do you actually want? I mean, I do work here, so and it is pretty busy.
Bunch.
But I may give you a slight discount.
Ryo, please. She ain't that big.
So, what would you like to order?
I've never been here before. What do y'all have?
Panera bread, apparently.
We have graham sandwiches. They're very popular.
You're all getting grand sandwiches.
What's your
Good.
favorite here?
Oh my god, I hate that
Graham.
question.
It's Graham Sandwich. It's very popular. We have to get rid of them. That's like I'm saying that in the back of my mind. We really need to push them more. They're starting to walk.
Oh jeez.
I could slip some pancakes into your grand sandwiches.
Then
You know
I'll...
what? Everybody's getting Graham sandwiches. I just and then I walk
And Nadia's like, and a diet soda.
okay.
Thanks. Alright. So now it's at this point. Zach, he's on his way, but he has like a second thought, and he's like, actually, be right back, and he like runs off to elsewhere. Still morphed, and with his ranger speed, so he'll be back soon. But yeah, he's not there yet. So
You'll be back here later.
yeah, so he's off, and the Guardian. Meanwhile, we're going back to the hall. He floats over to Zink, who is, I imagine, standing in front of the viewing globe again, right?
Why did they hire Jaden Smith?
And the Guardian then goes, Zink, I'm sorry to interrupt you again, but I sense another crystal.
Are you, though?
Why, yes, I do in fact sense another crystal. Why would I lie about that?
That's what I thought.
And he's like, and just in luck with you, Narples seems to be close by. You might want to alert her of this. So,
You have telekinetic powers. You can't just tell her?
no, it seems her mind is far too busy to even hear me. I don't understand.
Get this over with.
And so he poofs Zink to right outside the Panda Bakery.
He has an unmorph, so he just walks in.
As a Power Ranger.
Yep, ranger business.
Oh dear. So
Gotta get the crystal.
Gotta
get the crystal. And gotta get the crystal.
Hold on. I gotta roll something now. Okay. So he opens the door, and at the same time Zink opened the door. Nico, why? Why are you doing this?
Feels appropriate for some reason.
Okay.
Well, I mean, she wants to speak to the manager. She won't stop shouting.
So
It's her Karen waves.
She gets bigger and bigger with each one.
Will you stop? Oh my god.
and then she dissipates into multiple Karens.
Let's not go that far. Not yet.
Okay, so
like Karens just like pop out of her face slowly, like they get birthed into existence, and they all want the manager.
Alright, so he opens the door, and immediately, as he was opening the door, someone looked because they heard it open, or they were curious, whatever.
There is a bell on the door.
And there's a bell.
Ding.
Yeah, so, and they just see a white ranger there, and someone yells, it's the white pride trooper! And so then a whole lot of the people, like a frenzy breaks out. And a bunch of people are going crazy. Some running towards, like, with the intent of running towards Zink to, like, shake his hand or something. And the other half, like, dashing out. Like, trying to, like, because they're afraid and they want to get out of there. So...
Well, he's blocking the door.
So there's this whole crowd coming at you, Zink. What are you gonna do?
Well, he remains blocking the door and just looks around for the crystal.
Like... Alright, so I'm gonna need you to roll your 2d6.
It's 3d6 as a ranger.
No, it's 2d6 as a ranger.
He's defending.
Your defensive ability doesn't give you a +1 die, though.
Listen, I'm gonna kick these people.
I'm just saying, like...
See, they can't beat a 6, I win.
That's a 9, but, like...
I know that. They can't roll over a 6, they're human.
Well, here's the thing. It's a huge, huge, huge crowd.
It's a +1. It's a 5+1. I want to start singing in order to get their attention, make them, less.
Oh, yeah, but
do
they
the fucking
roll
Macross
3d6.
tactic.
It's a huge crowd. I logically should have rolled like 20. Like, so.
Then we should account for Zinc's size and mass relative to a normal human being.
Look, my point is I'm going easy on you, so chill. Now.
Easy.
So now we have this hilarious scene where Zinc is taking up the doorway. And there's just this huge ball of people just trying to, like, push their way through, but they're all clogged up, and it's, like, creating this giant mountain just in the doorway. And Zinc, I guess, is just standing there, just staring. Like,
He begins to gather light energy.
So, Narples, you're starting to sing now, you say?
Yes.
And that was you rolled a 5, so what does that result in?
It's a 6.
It's a
because
6.
+1.
Oh, okay. So, play like a really jamming song, I guess. Okay. I can't pull that up on the stream, obviously.
I'm gonna put it in
Yeah.
your thing to
Yeah, thank you.
play it. It's Macross 7, Holy Lonely Light.
Okay, that works. So,
Just to get everyone's attention away from the gigantic metal man.
okay.
No, it's a ranger.
Yeah,
they can't tell.
it's a white ranger. So the crowd hears this and they're all drawn to it, and even Catherine Andrews is kind of impressed. She's like, "Whoa, didn't know she had it in her." And yeah, everyone kind of like is just now gathering around Narples, right? And
But I stand on the table. I'll clean it later.
Yeah. And
Just
so
keep going.
yeah, and so now, Olivia, what's your reaction to this scene that's going down?
Where is my darn? What is it?
Graham's sandwich.
Where's my grand sandwich?
She doesn't give a crap about the concert. Like,
I throw her one.
throw it at her. Okay, Olivia, roll. What do you say?
And the sandwich falls apart mid-throw, so you better roll well.
4. Okay, so you actually managed to snatch it out of the air pretty decently.
Olivia just catches it right in her mouth.
Yeah.
And I get
Dog.
Marvel's thumbs up.
Amazingly, it didn't fall apart on.
Yeah. Really perfect sandwich. And Nadia and Rose are just kind of awestruck at all the craziness happening. And so now Zach, still morphed, is running back up. Now with less money than what he had before. And he sees Zinc just kind of standing there, and there's this craziness going on, and he's like, what the heck? And he like taps Zinc on the shoulder to get his attention. He's like, what are you doing here?
And he's in scanning mode, so he ignores him.
Like, and Zach just kind of like waves his hand in front of his face.
I
Like,
thought Zach was gonna go like, I'm just gonna come here later.
nah,
I'll be back later.
nah. So Zach's like waving his hand in front of Zinc's visor, still trying to be like, hello.
Where is that?
Oh my
crystal?
god, there's 2 Power Rangers!
Hold on, I have to roll for that. Well, okay. So, yeah, just like Tom said, people now notice, hey, there's 2 of them, and the whole thing repeats again. And Zach's like, yeah, no, I'm out. And he like runs. So Zinc, I imagine took at least a couple steps into the door, right?
How long is it gonna take to find this crystal?
I mean, you haven't found it yet, so
He's been looking this entire time.
yeah. Well, hasn't found it yet. So, but yeah, whole uproar happens, and a good bunch of the people have now left. There's still some people who stood there. Zach is not one of them. Catherine Andrews is one of them, surprisingly. Olivia, do you stay despite all the craziness?
Oh well, let me see.
She still hasn't finished her gram slam, which
And since I
they're
rolled a
very
2,
popular.
I'm not liking the sandwich at all.
The sandwich sucks.
On to us.
Why is this very popular?
It's cheap.
It is. Don't question it.
Questioning it.
Man, what did they put in this thing?
2 eggs, some bacon, some hams, hash browns, mayonnaise.
A whole lot of preservatives.
Gee.
I kind of wish I had the list pulled up so I could just nail that joke.
Look, why don't you try burger?
I would, but they have one. They're always sold out.
There's only one.
Yeah. So now the whole bakery is an absolute mess. Like there's broken plates and spilled drinks all over the place. Just everything's a huge mess. And yeah, Narples, your boss isn't very happy right now, and orders you to be the one to clean all this mess up while still serving customers and stuff.
Could you tell me why is there nobody else working today?
Everyone
Because they're the
else is
boss.
everyone else is sick.
No, everyone else quit.
Everyone else
They
is
quit
sick.
because they got sick.
Like I'm gonna believe that. I mean, all right.
I don't pay you to sing, Narples. I pay you to work here. Get to it.
What? All right.
Wait, I could be paid to sing?
All right, but you're gonna have to take care of serving the customers. I mean, I'm not. I can't possibly be bringing them food with dirty hands.
Hold on.
Are you kidding? We don't wash our hands here.
3. And he's like, alright, you got a point. Here. And he gives you 1 glove. Serve with 1 hand, clean with the other.
It was expected, but
Well, at least I have 1 glove.
it doesn't actually
Alrighty.
fit. You know
Roll.
how they come in those, like, there's those hyper clingy ones you can never actually get onto your hand and stuff?
Yeah, one's
Yeah,
made
the
for
ones
people.
that sort of merge with your skin.
Yeah,
How does this work if you have fur, though?
Poorly.
yeah. And Catherine, and she's like, oh, waitress, I'm still waiting for my meal.
Boss, take care of this one. You were supposed to make the thing.
And then he just kind of points over to the counter, where there is in fact a giant mountain of food right over there for you to serve.
All right. I'm taking it.
Okay.
Okay, I delivered it fairly well, I see.
And Catherine Andrews just kind of crosses her arms and looks at you and goes, what is this?
It's exactly what you ordered, miss.
I am missing my drink.
It's underneath. You have to search for it.
And I would also like
Did you check under the tray?
I would
It's
also
in
like
your plate.
I would also like less macaroni, thank you.
More cheese, less macaroni.
Yes.
Here's a butter knife. Get to it.
I take. I use the glove hand and take out the cheese.
More cheese.
I put it back.
Less macaroni.
I take more.
More cheese and macaroni.
I just get rid of the whole rest of the whole thing. Now we have both more cheese and macaroni than ever.
Ryle, chill.
I'm not the one that needs to chill.
Yeah, you are.
Catherine Andrews now expands to the size of the cafe.
No, that's her ego.
Oh,
All right, it's
perfect.
exactly as you wanted, miss. I have other customers. So
Perfect.
bye-bye.
And then she tosses it on the floor. I hate this stuff.
I hate the macaroni and cheese.
That's fine. You still paid for it.
Yeah. I mean, I have to clean the floor regardless, so it doesn't really make much of a difference.
Yeah. So where are you going now, Narples?
Well, I take the broom and start taking care of the mess.
Sweeping up Catherine Andrews, got it.
Oh, I wish.
Help! Help!
Now to the trash can with you.
Roll it.
That's a 5.
Okay. Nothing bad happens. You successfully throw things into the trash.
All right. Catherine Andrews is in the trash. Floors are swept.
This is the perfect venue for my new song.
All right, and I'm now looking for. I'm asking around the other customers.
Alright, so I guess you'll go up to a rando and Tom, how about you be a random customer?
Okay.
So yeah, you're just some rando. What do you say to this ferret
Hello,
lady?
Mr. or Mrs. Rando. How can I serve you today?
I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda.
Our menu
Okay.
doesn't have numbers.
That's very clear. All right. Thank you. And I go and pass the note to the boss who's at the kitchen.
So this is a fast food place now.
Yeah.
I mean, it was suddenly a Panera and also a Denny's.
Yes.
I mean, it's Panda Bakery.
It's
You're lucky
ambiguous
it's
on what food it actually serves at all times, like Tamaki's restaurant.
Tom, it's Panda Bakery. We're lucky it's still standing.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that random customer was this this rather giant bass guy. Yeah.
All right.
4 chairs for his ass.
Yes. Very huge, very blubbery. Pretty much breaking the table and chair he's taking up.
Absolute unit.
Yeah.
Every step, like dozens of fat rolls on him jiggle, releasing rancid smells.
I send you the song that's gonna be playing right now.
Let's see. Ah, wrong thing. Big Chungus, yes. We transition a little bit throughout the day. Okay. Olivia, Rose, and Nadia are, social eating. They've been there. They've been primarily socializing, talking, catching up on things while enjoying their food and drinks, right? What is Zinkman doing? Just kind of staring at the bakery the whole time?
He's been trying
Still
to find the
hasn't moved.
crystal.
Yeah. Just been looking around.
He's sensing with his energies.
I mean, we'll get to that in a moment. So, and Catherine Andrews is still there causing problems, you know, being difficult as well. Same with the Bass guy. They are both the worst.
Well,
But
Andrews
still
is in
eating.
the garbage can.
yeah, but they are not the only issue. Other customers are still coming in. They're still causing a big scene. They're constantly asking about the Rangers they saw earlier, or the Ranger that's currently in there. One of the two. And I imagine a few of them tried to probably bother Zink as well. So how he responded to that, I'll let you decide.
He stayed still as a statue, as though they didn't exist.
Alright. So
If anything, he should be really unnerving.
in,
like,
in fact, hold on. I need to roll something. Okay, yeah, so about half of them assumed he actually was a statue and then just went about their day.
statue that walked originally.
Yes.
And if
It's one of
anybody
those
asks
new moving
me,
statues.
and if anybody asks me, it's like it's for the special event.
Yeah, it's for the Andrews event. So
It's for the Andrews event. Yes.
She's a Power Rangers fan, apparently.
But her music has no
Yes.
soul.
So now,
Okay. Now.
needless to say,
delivering-
Narples has been, and considering Narples is right now basically the only one working here other than her boss, who is quote unquote working, right?
I mean, he is preparing stuff at the kitchen.
Yeah. But needless to say, she's kind of getting overworked. And now for the absolute worst part of the day, I would assume. Catherine Andrews gets up and she's like, everyone, now for the main part of today. You get your own personalized concert from me. And so then, impromptu, she begins to sing.
And Zink leads her out the door.
and
Yeet.
No, I mean he just covers her mouth and gently walks her out. It's unlawful to sing on the premises. Goodbye.
and hold on. And it's the same song as last time. So everyone,
Okay, let me pick up the right one that she's gonna be singing.
yes, and all of you are free to roll to see how you react to this song.
Alright, let me get in the game real quick so I can roll fat.
So you can roll for Fat Man. Apparently, Pernicious Patron is pretty okay with this song.
It's eating music.
And apparently so is Olivia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna
How
roll
can-
for...
How do I take this?
Hold on, I'm gonna roll for Rose and Nadia real quick. Nadia's having a good time. So,
No. For me a 6. For me a 6 is going to be I block it out completely.
so Rose and Nadia are both having a great time. And Narples, you're doing your best to just block this crap out because you're getting
It's not happening. It is beyond me.
Yeah.
I have moved above the boundaries of having to listen Catherine Andrews.
So now I'm gonna let Nico direct this part because it's something we sort of discussed. What happens now with Narples that is going to pretty much send her over the edge? I'll let you describe the scene.
As Catherine Andrews is performing her concert,
Uh-huh.
she starts. She also starts knocking over things
Oh god.
as part of her event
As she's dancing around on all the tables and stuff.
on all of the tables, and this is very, very much obvious that she is doing it specifically to make a mess and not by accident.
Mm-hmm.
She's digging her heels right into the table, which is scuffing up all the tables.
Exactly, they're gonna have to be replaced. Also, also just to make even more of an impression, she's like throwing salt shakers, and I'm like, I'm never gonna leave this work today, am I? Like she's making more of a mess than the whole than the whole group of people who was afraid of the gigantic Power Ranger walking in.
And meanwhile, the crowd that's there is like clapping and cheering and stuff.
This is the worst. This is the worst. This is the worst. And I just
Hey, waitress lady, I'm ready for my 5th order.
That okay? That's what Pernicious Patron says as she walks by.
all right, all right. What can I serve you?
Well, Pernicious Patron, what
Hold
do you
up,
want?
I need to pull up the thing
Okay.
because
Please tell me I'm not sensing a crystal jammed in his fat rolls.
I mean, you haven't rolled for it yet, so you're technically not sensing anything.
You've never
It's-
let me roll for it. I keep telling you what I'm doing.
You just said you were looking for it. You didn't say you were like doing the energy
I
thing.
said I was using the energy last time.
Yeah, but
You
before
did.
that you didn't though. And then we got onto this, so like
What do you think he was doing? You think he was just
It is
staring
on the inside
blankly?
of his
Yes.
belly button.
I'll have a double triple bossy deluxe on a raft, 4x4 animal style, extra shingles with a shimmy and a squeeze, light axle grease, make it cry, burn, and let it swim.
All right, I like people who know what they want.
I wasn't finished. So-
Bathe it in mayo.
Do you want mayo with this?
Of course I want mayo. What do I look like?
And don't forget the pickles. You always forget the pickles.
You don't know that.
God, what is this dump? I could have your job, you know.
I mean, sure. Here's the broom.
And then I eat it.
I mean, whatever floats your boat. So, what else did you want? The mayo milkshake?
Absolutely.
I would like a sequin milkshake.
Make sure you
And
curdle
bow
it a
tie
bit.
French fries.
With extra lard on them.
Absolutely.
And for dessert, I'd like a tower of strawberry sundaes.
Actually, just get me another tub of lard and Vaseline.
Oh,
By then, my throat might be trying to close up, so.
Also, if you could run across the street and get me burger, that'd be great.
And I'd like a 2-liter of Diet Coke.
I'm watching my
Gotta
throat.
watch the waistline, you know?
Of course. 2 liters of diet mayo.
Also, I want some hog knuckles. Battered and deep fried. You can leave the hoofs on.
Yes.
And a
Okay,
meat
boss,
parfait.
Good luck with this.
There's-
And hold on.
Narples just hands her boss a book.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. Oh dear. Okay, so Narples. As you walk over and you're like, "Hey boss, here you go." All right.
Mm-hmm.
You notice a note that's on the counter. Okay?
Yes.
And it says, "Went out for a break, you're on your own."
I take the note. I write on the other side. I write on the other side. Good luck, and I take a break. I just storm off through the back. Throw the moose hat on the ground, and yeah, it's just like leave for a bit. For like 2 minutes. And then the people on the inside just hear a faint screaming through the walls.
And
And banging on the walls. but like the screaming is like in a very weird frequency.
Oh yeah.
That vibrates a lot of
and nearby dogs start barking.
Yeah, dogs start barking. The lard starts boiling.
The dog people in the cafe start barking.
Pernicious patrons starts actually moving this time.
You hear a bark come from his many rolls.
Jesus Christ. And so, as Narples is having a little bit of a freak out, someone comes and taps her on the shoulder and goes, "Hey, are you alright?"
Well, I can tell you that much. I'm probably not gonna have a worse day at work. So that's a positive, I guess.
And so, Nico, I want you to roll real quick. Two. Okay. So you see this woman, this blonde-haired woman, who came up to start talking to you, and she seems like kind of vaguely familiar, but like you don't really think you know her. So, and so then she's like,
color-coded clothing in fashion nowadays, or?
"Oh, I just really like the color yellow. I see you're a fan of black."
So, I mean, black is never not fashionable.
and so then she's like, "Hi, I'm Lily. What's your name?"
Narples.
Oh, cool. So what's going on? You work here? Like,
it seems like I'm the only one working here nowadays.
oh yeah, I had a friend who had to go through that. It's really rough, you know.
Well, here's the thing. It's just like, you want to do a good job. You want to take a responsibility. You got to smell the dog to take the responsibility. But then it's just like there's so many other people who don't. And like the whole thing just never seems fair. I mean, hell, the guys who took a day off because they're sick, they're now at the bakery. They're now at the bakery
God, I've
ordering
been there.
things. They literally just took a day off. The owner of the place, he just went off for a break. Whereas I have to fill in for everyone who's quote unquote sick, for the boss who's taking a break at the moment, and I also have to take care of Catherine Andrews.
And Lily's just like, "Who's Catherine Andrews?"
Well, it's hard to not notice her. It's that woman in the top right corner of the screen.
And
she changes sizes at random. I don't know what it is, but it's the one who's decided to have a concert around here. It's not even like she got a permission for that or anything like that, as far as I know. She just decided to have a concert and make a mess. Probably just to spite me. For some reason, she even knows my name, even though we never spoke. This is weird. And I hate her. I hate her so much.
so why do you hate her so much?
It's like she represents exactly the kind everything I hate about the modern pop music. it just lacks the soul. I believe she does as well, but that's beside the point.
And so Lily's kind of putting two and two together, and she's like, "So are you a singer, Narples?"
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say that. Although not professionally. I mean, I do have. If I wouldn't be here right now. We wouldn't be speaking right now.
Oh well, at least you have a plan, right?
I mean, until I get there, I still need to eat and sleep and have a place to live and stuff.
Yeah.
Can just drop everything and live your dreams. It just doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I used to work at a pizza place myself.
The pizza place isn't that bad.
Oh, it could get hectic around there, trust me. And not only that, I was also trained to be a martial artist at the time too. And I had to juggle a lot of different responsibilities at once. Let me tell you, it wasn't fun, but it was the struggle that helped me grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I get you.
Yeah, so, things might seem really bad today, but, come tomorrow it could be all the better. You never know. So just keep at it, and I'm sure one day you'll make a great singer.
I have a question, though.
Mm-hmm.
You've worked at a pizza place, right?
Yeah.
You know how to cook.
Uh-huh.
Help me.
And
Please.
and
Please.
And Lily's like, sure, why not?
All right. Thank you. You're saving my life and my sanity.
I've heard that before. And so Lily enters in following Narples. And
Alright, so this is the kitchen. It has appliances and stuff, and this is the list that this guy over there has ordered.
And Lily's eyes just kind of widen because you basically hand her a freaking grocery list.
A phone book.
And Lily's like,
He is. He is very particular about what he orders. Which on the one hand, at the very least, he's better than the guy who just wanted the muffin.
He didn't even take the muffin.
No.
But on the other, just carrying the list of the order was heavy. I can't imagine when I'm getting things to him.
And so Emily's like, well, let's get to work. And so then we get this montage of the two like working really hard, getting these orders out, making whatever. However, pernicious patron here is never satisfied and is basically eating out the entire frickin' bakery as time goes on. But as well, him saying that they're keeping up, he's getting angrier. Like, the better they do, the more upset he's getting, right? And so now, Zinc, I'm going to say at this point, something in your head goes off. You are feeling this crystal, like, dead nearby.
But where?
It seems to be permeating from Chungus over there.
Okay. Zinc walks up and stares directly into his face, not even an inch away.
What do you want?
Okay, now where is he sensing it? Is it inside the guy?
He just senses it, like, coming from him. Like, could be in him, could be in his pocket, could be on his head. You don't know. It's just kind of like him, you know?
Official ranger business. Empty your pockets.
What? Rangers? I have rights as a citizen, you know?
That's right, and we
can't reach
guarantee
them at this point.
no. We guarantee those rights, so follow our orders.
You can't boss me around. I didn't pay for you. My taxes goes towards the military, so they should listen to me, and so should
Zinc
you.
grabs him by the arm and twists it behind his back, wedging him into the table.
Hold on. Roll it.
Do I gotta with this fat load sitting?
Yes.
But he's
You gotta
sitting.
roll to find the arm first.
Yes. Figure out, can it actually bend far enough to go to his back?
Then he'll rip it off if he has to.
Okay, so you grab his arm, and he kind of like, not enough to make you like go flying or whatever, but like he like pushes you off, basically, right? And he like stands up and he's like, "Listen, buddy, I'm not afraid to take your job as a Power Ranger if I need to. Let me talk to your leader."
Okay. Then Zinc latches onto his shoulders and gathers up all of his energy.
Hold on. So let me pull up this thing. As things.
And, wait a second.
Huh.
I intercept
Mm-hmm.
for a second, and I'm like, wait, Stan, I need to know something, and just let's say heads is yes and tails is no. So just roll for it.
You want me to flip a coin for you?
Yes.
All right. Tails.
And it's, the question was, did he pay up front or not?
He did not pay up front. No.
No, you cannot. He has yet to pay for what he ate. We'll go out of business.
You know what? That's fair. Help me search him.
All right.
And so now there's a big commotion being made. So people are starting to gather. Lily comes out from the kitchen and is looking. And Pernicious Patron, he starts like jiggling furiously, right?
Okay, are
Shuffle.
any of those flaps giving off the gem?
All of them are.
Damn it!
So he's like, I'm a paying customer. You can't treat me this way.
You're not a paying customer yet.
And so and this is a bit that I find amusing. So please just let me go through with this. You guys won't get hurt, I promise. So at this point, Zach, who is now unmorphed, he finally has made his way here to the bakery, and he opens up the door and he's like, "Oh, finally, grease up those fryers," and then freaking Chungus just busts through the door and like mows him over. He's like, "Oh God!" So
Help! My leg!
pretty much.
Yeah. What I was thinking was gonna happen was he would just open the door and see him like furiously jiggling around, and he would
Just close the door.
He opens the door, he gets bodied by like back fat.
But one of the
he just
oncoming
sees it and
patrons
he's
is
just like, I was imagining for the third time, I'm just gonna go back later.
yeah, but of the people lined up outside, one of them's just smiling.
Yeah, so poor Zach is hurt. Now, pretty much everybody is actually like running away. Nobody's like staying, basically. Catherine Andrews, too. She's like, "I'm out of here," and she zips off. Olivia, what do you do?
Even though I did not like the first grand sandwich, I order another one.
Even though there's a fight going?
I hate it. Get me another.
Maybe I'm just not giving this the proper chance.
Maybe I just had a bad one.
I throw her
Almost
another one.
enjoying my anger.
Okay, so Olivia, roll to catch another sandwich. This one hits you square in the friggin' forehead. Just...
No, hold on. For a 2, and given where she's sitting, it's a sandwich that flies out of one of his fat rolls.
Oh Jesus! Oh!
It's extra marinated.
It's not supposed to be marinated in the first place.
Oh no, extra salt. That's my sweat.
Hold on, I now need to roll something.
What? Vomit?
Okay, so it hits Olivia square in the face, this marinated fat roll sandwich. And
roll sandwich.
and the smell is just so profuse that it like overpowers her and like she falls to the floor, just like stunned. Okay, so this is enough to skeeve out Rose and Nadia, and they book it. They're gone. They're like bye. So now all that's here are the three rangers, Lily and Pernicious Patron. And
Well, I'm taking Olivia behind the counter at the very least.
yeah, good on you.
So here.
And dogs are very upset by this revelation.
Zinc is going to fist him as hard as he can.
And so
Phrasing.
now everyone's squaring up for a fight, and so as such, I say now we take our 5-minute break here. It's time for Ask a Ranger. This week's question comes from In Your Soul 5353, who asks, Dear Chaos Team, what does it feel like when you morph? Well, you see, that's actually pretty interesting, because, you know, when I first morphed, it kind of just all happened in a flash, but when I really stopped to think about, like, you know, the process and everything, it's like this void just fills up, you know, like this just explosion of power inside you, and you feel like you can do anything, and you've got this cool suit, and just like, oh, it's such a great feeling. What do you guys say?
I don't feel anything.
Oh. Narples, what about you?
Well, I don't know if I did I got a different model of the suit, but for me the transformation feels just the tiniest bit differently. You know how like there is this flash of Muso black light whenever I transform? That's just covering up the how the fur from my skin falls off, and then how slowly the layers of my skin just peel off as they melt and reform themselves into darkness, and they use the fur to create the fabric of the suit. Yeah, that's how the suits are made.
What?
Yeah, well, that's not how yours works, Guardian.
Now it's combat time. So
But the K.
yeah, so I'm gonna have so Zach like gets up, like pushes himself off the ground again after getting thrown through a wall and trampled and all that, and hit by like 700 pounds of blubber. And he's like, and he looks and he sees Narples and White Range. He's like, oh, hey guys, what'd I miss?
You'll sweep the floors later.
What? What?
You will.
You will.
You will.
That's right, you heard her.
And so, Narples, you now hear the voice of the Guardian in your head. And he says, Narples, that person has been corrupted by one of the crystals. You'll need to defeat them to get it back.
He didn't pay yet. Do you remember that?
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Narples. All I know is that he has a Chronos crystal and we need to retrieve it.
And I need to live until the end of the month.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick. What are you gonna do? Spawn food for her?
Just have Zach steal his wallet.
That's a good point. Zach, make yourself useful.
And do what? And he's like pulling, and he's like fully standing now.
Take from him what's rightfully mine. The pay for that bill. It's on the counter.
His calories?
I just imagine Zach just kind of holds out his hand, starts doing the aura thing. He's just like, no, his wallet.
No, better. Zach is like, all right, and he walks over to the table and he just picks up the bill and he hands it to Narples. He's like, here you go.
Bruh.
I won't stop you if you want to hit him.
I just give him like the blankest stare.
And
With the festive hat.
he's got like an innocent smile on his face, like thinking he did like a good job. He's like, yeah.
She wants his money.
And then I take the and then I take this bill. This is how much he owes me.
Yeah, so I gave it to you because he owed it to you, right?
You're allowed to hurt
You just
him.
hear from the wreckage of the restaurant, bruh.
No, it hasn't been
Bruh.
wrecked yet. It's just the front door that's kind of messed up.
He has a wallet somewhere between these. I don't care to steal all of his money. I just want for him to pay for it. Don't care how.
Oh, why didn't you just say so?
Just do it.
Gotcha. And so then he like readies up to like basically pickpocket this guy. So
His
now
arm gets caught in one of the fat rolls. Oh god, it's nothing but grease.
so now that we're kind of in combat, everyone's probably gonna need to roll initiative. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna lead off with one of this dude's abilities that Ryo and I designed.
It's stupid.
So he busted through the wall, and so I'm gonna use that as like his action to work off this ability. It's a movement action, and so he's like, he immediately points at Zinc, and he's like, I can't believe a Power Ranger would just break a wall that belongs to some bakery. What kind of hero are you, huh? You big jerk. And so
I am none of those things.
So now this nerfs Zinc for 1 turn. So because this
By
guy's
how much?
by 1 die.
There you go.
So because this dude's voice is now incredibly booming and annoying, and everyone kind of just wants to kill him. So Catherine Andrews is long gone. Like, chill. Thank you. So
She expands out of existence.
She expands so thinly across the bakery that she just sinks into the floors and the walls. And
You
the
have no
ceilings.
idea how accurate that is right now.
can you stop? I know only I can see it, but like, cease.
Yeah, but that means the people being watching the stream can see it.
Yeah, but it also means that if I click on it, I have to click on her, and I don't want to do
Except it's on the GM layer.
that. Whatever. Anyway,
You killjoy.
so now.
and then you just hear a very faint, I need to speak to the manager.
And so now, because everyone's in earshot, he has an attacking ability too. And so he starts ranting and raving. And he's like, I can't believe how unconfident and unfriendly this entire staff is. I can't wait to speak to the person who runs the Ranger organization about this. You're all gonna lose your Ranger status after this, I swear to God. And
Hold on, I interject, and I'm hoping this gets me a bonus to defense.
Uh-huh.
Did you just say incompetent?
Yeah, what's wrong with that? I speak perfectly good English, unlike you, you dumb Ranger.
Uh-huh.
So now this is an opposed roll. So he's gonna roll 3d6, and everyone has to beat a 13, which none of you can. So
I didn't get a bonus, did I?
well, even if you did, it would put you back at 2d6 because you're nerfed right now. So yeah. So
Roll your damage.
yeah, so now everyone gets damaged for 4d6, which I'm going to roll. 11. So yeah, everyone's armor is drained, like, instantly.
Finally.
And they take 1 damage on top. And I imagine
Ryo's time has come.
and I imagine it's kind of like the whole like Phoenix Wright anime thing, where there's like this giant dramatic gust of wind that like blows everybody back just by the sheer power of his voice, right? Like,
But there are no Cyclops.
like, so it's just like, and that's how he let off. So now it's Zink's turn.
Okay, now, is this going to affect those things that people can't see?
No, because they're technically not here yet.
Okay, still doing it.
Okay.
Zink walks straight up to him, looks up at his big fat face. King's Pillar.
you're just gonna expend all your energy.
Damn right.
Okay.
Try dodging this, fat load.
Okay. So all right, roll 11d6 then.
I mean, if it helps you feel better, he wouldn't have been able to block this anyway.
Like 40 damage. And so
The entire building is now gone in a giant searing beam of light.
well, they weren't in the building, but so I'll say like the front chunk of it is gone entirely.
You hear from the collapsed part of the building, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say most of it, because I mean this is 10 charges worth of area.
So it's like a freaking bomb went off like right there.
I am
Clouds have
so
parted.
not cleaning this.
Oh, there's nothing to
I'm
clean. It's all
calling in
burnt.
sick tomorrow.
All right, so Zink, you expend all your energy, and you're feeling pretty winded because of that. But
So like normal.
and however, Pernicious Patron, like, yeah, you heard him, and he's got some singe marks, but he's still like standing there, hands on his hip, staring at you. Like,
Yeah, that's fine.
I always knew you were an unruly bunch. God, no respect. The customer service has really gone downhill since the 80s.
And so Zink gets into a fighting stance. I smell bacon cooking.
As he can barely stand. So
He can stand just fine, don't you worry. Listen, he's just tired. He's not exhausted.
and so Lily then kind of runs up to observe the things going on.
Jesus Christ, who hit a bomb?
Yeah, like she's like, whoa. So and she calls out to Narples specifically. And she's like, Black Ranger, this guy looks pretty tough. Do you need some help?
I mean, you already helped me out with the kitchen, but anything, you're so very nice, but like, yeah, I don't know how you could possibly help in
And
this situation.
and she kind of smiles and
Just ignoring the fact that she knows that you're a Power Ranger.
Oh, she watched her transform.
Right. And so Lily just kind of gives you a smirk, and she's like, check this out. And she pulls out a pair of sunglasses and puts them on. And she does a quick pose and calls out, Jungle Beast, Spirit Unleashed! And so then morphing sequence happens, and suddenly she transforms into the Jungle Fury Yellow Ranger.
I didn't know sunglasses could have been an option for a morpher.
Yeah,
They are.
that is a thing. Yeah.
And then it turned into cell phones.
So
Because people whined.
pretty much, yeah.
Sunglasses phone?
Yeah. and so then she does another battle pose, and she calls out, with the speed of a cheetah, Jungle Fury Yellow Ranger!
Only 60 miles per hour.
Huh? Well, I wasn't expecting that, honestly.
And
But
gone.
yeah, that definitely helped us. Yes.
And she's like, I got your back, guys. And she runs up and catches the guy's attention. And then, like Kenshiro, just starts rapid jabbing, like just throws a huge amount of punches at like supersonic speed, like right into the gut of this guy.
But unlike Kenshiro, they do minimal damage.
So
Don't forget, this guy's suffering a defense penalty until his turn, Zink's turn rolls around.
yeah, because of the nerf thing. Yeah, I know. So there's no way he's gonna beat this roll. That's why I just
I
said
would
she
hope
starts
not.
hitting him. Like, unless I roll straight ones here.
Also, how would I even miss this guy?
Yeah. So, alright. 19 damage. So... And he stumbles back a bit. And he's just kind of making gross, unsettling noises now. While still being angry and, like, getting ready to fight. So, now it's Zach's turn. And he's been kind of watching, and he's like, another ranger, cool. But he like quickly shakes it off. He doesn't want to get distracted.
Zink never even blinked. I've seen this before.
Well, yeah, Zink knew who she was immediately. So Zach then like sneaks up behind him, and he's gonna try and snag the dude's wallet. So 12. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a complete success. So
Nice.
Zach slides in, reaches into his pocket, grabs this like nasty grease covered wallet, and he's like, ugh, and then he just kind of like flings it at Narples. Here you go.
I put it in like a bag for leftovers.
So yeah, that was his turn. So Narples, you're up.
All right. Well, I am just as usual. I am going to try to solve any situation with music.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 5. Okay, that's a good one.
And what does that result in for those at home?
That means a buff for friends and gives a buff for friends.
And the monster is just kind of unaffected, right?
Yeah, the monster is unaffected. The monster does get affected if it's a bad song.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna pick up something from let me see.
So now everyone gets a bonus die, and it lasts all of
Yeah.
combat. So unless like something happens that interrupts Narple's song.
Nothing's gonna happen to interrupt that.
Triforce from Sword of Etheria.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Narples begins to sing, and everyone's spirits feel elated, and Lily just turns to Narples and is like, "Wow, Narples, you're really good."
Aww. And I blush.
The helmet.
Through the helmet.
Yeah, the helmet blushes.
Yes, there are like drawn blushes on the helmet. Like I took a marker and just drawn them.
Pernicious Patron is like, that's not fair. 4-on-1. That's more rude than normal. You all suck. And like he keeps going on, and he's like, this is all that stupid Black Ranger's fault. And it's at this point that I'm gonna say this gives him his defense buff for this turn. And also, it's at this point that the sky darkens for a brief moment. Okay? Then, raining down comes a group.
It's blood raining from the sky again. Its picnic is canceled.
Yep. Comes some parasites. He is now accompanied by 4 parasite goons. And I'm gonna have to add these guys to the turn order now. And so Pernicious Fish is like, yeah, that's more like it. He really can't do much of anything right now, so he just kind of braces himself. And the 4 parasites are all surrounding him. to support him. So Zinc, your turn.
Okay, he hops up and tries to claw out the guy's throat.
Okay, so roll 3d6. 14. So you run up, you jump to try and claw him, and you just bounce right off his blubber. Does nothing.
He's so rotund.
Like,
And
and what?
he's so rotund.
Oh, you were having Zinc say that in character?
Yes.
Okay, okay, and then Zach goes, yeah, and he's pretty round too.
There you go. But I renewed his defense debuff, so.
That's true.
Yep, somebody else deal with it.
And so Lily's kind of grossed out of it. He's like, ugh. So she then pulls out her weapon and calls out, jungle bow! And it's like a metal bow staff. And she twirls it around and leaps forward to strike. So let's see. Alright, so it strikes him. A few sparks fly. He stumbles a little, but he's really not, like, super hurt. And so that actually kind of fits thematically, but like I'll get to that in a minute. So now it's time for Zach to jump in, and he runs up and he decides he wants to do a flying kick. So this is
But where? He only has one vulnerable spot.
just anywhere. Like, just flies at him in general. So 7. Can this guy beat a 7 with his 4d6? Yeah. So just like Zinc, Zach leaps in to hit him and just boing, just goes bouncing right off. Like, ah, God. And
Yeah, and he's fat too.
yeah, and so Narples, what are you gonna do?
Well, if attacking him from the outside just isn't gonna work because of his fat gut, then I summon Tentacles of Darkness for 3 charges.
3 charges, huh?
As I'm saying that.
Yeah.
-3. And then I just have the tentacles some of them pin his hands to the ground, and then the other ones start attacking him from the inside. Pick which orifice. Imagine which orifice I'm gonna pick.
Jeez. Okay, so roll your 5d6, and because you have your song buff,
it's
you can.
6.
Yeah, because you're song buff, so you're 66. Go for
Mhm.
Yep. Go ahead and roll it. $18.
That sucked.
So, like, he could still beat that. But here's the deal. I'm gonna have Parasite 2 do an intervening action. And it sacrifices...
Even though he's lower on the turn order.
Yes. And... which means when it gets to him, it skips over him. So... it leaps in front of your darkness tentacles. And I won't say it dodges, it definitely gets hit. So... go ahead and roll your damage.
Alright. What is that gonna be?
66, go ahead.
It's the same thing, okay.
Yes. 20.
Ooh.
Oh, so you messed this
Why?
thing up. Like, it splatters all over the place. It's not dead, but yeah, you messed it up something fierce. And so now it's Parasite 4's turn, and it's gonna aim for Zinc.
Okay.
So it turns itself into a spike and shoots itself right at him. And 3D. Okay, so it can't beat an 11, so how do you want to dodge or block this?
Whatever, he just weaves.
So, okay, leaves out the way. You're safe. Good job. Parasite 3 is gonna shoot itself at Lily. And so I'll just roll her defense because the highest it can get is a 6. So like 13, yeah. So it shoots itself at her, and she doesn't even move. She slaps it out of the way, like. So it ends up over there. It's not hurt, but like, she's fine. And now Parasite 1, I'll have go after Zach. And 12, yeah. So just like everyone else, dodge and weave. He's totally fine. And Parasite 2 didn't intervening, so can't do anything. Alright, we're back to Pernicious Patron here. So now he punches a nearby stop sign, which bends it. And he's like, I can't believe you Rangers would just damage the city like this. I mean, you guys are supposed to be protecting everything, and you cause so much collateral damage. Like, what the heck? And I bet it was you that did it. And he points this time at Narples. So for one turn, Narples has -1 die.
Can I intervene and roll my eyes?
Sacrifice your turn to roll your eyes.
Just like an intervening action of disabling his comment.
No, unless you really want to sacrifice your turn, by all means.
No,
Yeah.
not really.
Yeah, and thanks.
I still want to roll my eyes.
Yeah, but yeah, go for it. But yeah, just remember for your next action, it's -1 die. So.
Okay, so it's
And.
I need to see how well I roll my eyes.
Okay.
I can't even do that.
You're still blushing about the compliment of your singing.
That's true.
So, and so yet again, he's gonna start saying all of the Rangers are incompetent buffoons and like they suck and smell and
I thought it was uncompetent.
and they're big stinky doo-doo heads and a whole bunch of other not nice things to say. So you guys got to beat a 9. 4. Okay, so you take
That sucked.
8 damage. And I want you to roll a d6 for me, real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You start crying because he was oh so mean.
No. 5. Okay, so your song is still going. He didn't manage to break your stride. So, good job.
Insults are now, but singing is forever.
Yeah. So, now let's see. Let's roll for Zach. 7. Okay, so he's getting messed up. 13. Ow, he took that harder than Narples did.
I don't break things, I just steal them. It's pretty much just as bad, but
Yeah. So now for Lily. 13. She's fine. So It is Zink's turn. What are you gonna do?
Here, eat a spin kick.
11. Nice. So.
Show me your 2d6, fat boy.
Well.
No, the nerf is still
No.
active.
That's not what I'm getting at. We're gonna have another intervening here. And it's gonna be Parasite 3 who jumps in. And he but instead of jumping right in front, he attaches himself to the patron and basically makes the nano machine armor that the senator had, you know? So let's say this 7. Okay, so roll your damage.
Enjoy staying nerfed.
Well, no, because you hit the parasite. So.
Then the parasite wouldn't have rolled 3d6.
Well, no, it added to the dude's defense. It's acting as an outer shell. So now it's Lily's turn. And she's been observing this fight. And she's like, guys, I don't think regular punches or kicks are going to cut it. Don't you guys have any weapons or anything like that?
I was trying to beat him with my thing, but this little dingle face took all of it.
And Zach's like, I didn't even know Power Rangers had weapons. And so Lily then just kind of announces, all right, just search inside yourself and see if you can feel any sort of new power that you can pull out to the surface. Focus your energies.
Pull out a saxophone.
And so.
Are you ready for this?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God. But and so then she readies her jungle bow again. And instead of going for the pernicious patron, she's just gonna finish off the Parasite 2 here. So I'm just gonna roll damage because she's gonna hit this guy. There's no way she's not going to. So for Zach, he's like, oh, okay, focus inward. And I'm just gonna roll a d6 for him. 1. And he's kind of struggling. He can't focus on his inner power, but he's struggling with it. Narples, what are you gonna do?
I want to. I will roll. Do I have all of my free rolls now?
Yes.
I want to focus on what I find most important.
Okay.
And I want to I want to get I want to have a weapon that will also help me accomplish my goals.
All right. Roll 2d6.
It's free.
Oh, 3. My bad.
Nice.
Yeah. So you focus inward, and from the darkness emerges a magical girl wand, which also doubles as a microphone.
Will do.
So yeah, you've now unlocked your ranger weapon. Congrats.
And they grab it, and they're like, and then the ribbon starts swirling out of it.
Yes. And Lily's just like, nice, and she gives you a thumbs up.
Can I immediately attack?
Go for it.
All right. Damn.
6. So
Is
how are you
gonna
attacking?
dodge it?
Just bapping him with your wand?
No, it's like a sound wave.
Okay. So
Or no. I have a better idea. Remember the ribbons?
Yeah. Yes.
It's actually like uh, it's actually like a mace on a chain. I
Oh,
don't know how you call that,
Okay. Okay. That
but it
works.
also
A
doubles as a
blackjack.
microphone, obviously.
Yeah. So it's a blackjack magical girl wand microphone. Okay.
Yes.
All right. That works. So let's see if he can defend or dodge. Although dodging isn't really a thing with this guy. I mean,
No.
look at him. Okay. So you don't damage him, but you've made him flinch. You can tell that you are getting progress. It's just that
He does a bayonetta flip to the behind.
and when he does, like the earth
He
shakes.
gets witch time as well.
So, all right. So now it's time for Parasite 4 to act. And Parasites 4 and 3 are going to do a team attack. And they're going to swoop in on. I'm going to say they swoop in on Zinc.
Well, stop trying to hit me and hit me.
So. Literally can't hit you because one of them is nerfed. So, yeah. That they both lunge, but they both miss, I guess. Unless you want to block. I don't know. But
My block.
yeah. So you're fine. Parasite 1 moves and then fires a volley of spikes towards Narples. So
I use my newly acquired weapon to like swing it around to disrupt all of them, like sort of like a shield.
well, if you beat a 4,
Alrighty.
So, yep. So, yeah, you in fact do that. Good job. Alright, and now we're back to the patron. And he's gonna go ahead and he's like, a blackjack? You're gonna hit me with a blackjack? That's a slave owner's weapon, you know. I have rights, I have rights! And so.
That's fundamentally wrong, though.
Exactly. So he's got his defense buff for the round. Let me.
Yeah, but that's all he's got.
Pretty much. I don't know what icon to use. I guess I'll use this one. And
I use an icon, just make him thicker.
No. So yeah, he that's an action thing. So yeah, that's all he can do. So Zinc, what are you gonna do?
Oh, is she nagging him to pull out his weapon?
Well, she said that to everybody. It's up to you if he actually follows it or not.
Let's see.
Okay. Oh, did you roll?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, okay, so you clear your mind, and then with a beam of light down from the heavens arrives a bow.
Oh, wow, you shouldn't be in close range. You should. And then he slashes Bubble Bass's fat belly with it.
With his bow?
Remember, the outer edges, they're razor sharp.
Yeah, true. So, okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
I'm gonna carve you up, fat boy.
12. Alright, so. $13. So, just like with Narples, you didn't really hurt him, but he's like starting to get scared of you, and he like reels back a bit. And yeah, he's losing ground. So now, back to Lily's turn. And she is going to run up to Parasite 1 over here and give him a smack. So, because she's trying to keep things clear for you guys. So you can keep attacking the monster. So,
She could just use any of her 30 charges.
nah. What would be the fun in that? I mean, come on now.
The fun of actually making the fight clean and easy.
Nah. 13. I'm just gonna say she deals 13 damage because, again, like, with that many die, there's no way. Like, so. Bap. Alright. And, okay, Zach's turn. He's like, okay. Alright, everybody else got cool weapons. You can do this.
All right, I can do this. You're handsome, and gosh darn it, everybody likes you.
Well, those are both lies. He's not gonna say that, but.
Good.
So,
I mean, that's so sad.
alright, so.
This is so sad. Press B in chat.
he breathes deep, and he feels an aura erupt from the ring that holds his aura stone. And out from this aura forms a sword. A long sword, specifically, for him to use. And he's like, oh, awesome! So, he readies up, and I'm going to have him use one charge. With this one charge, he uses his aura vision. So he sees everyone's auras around the battlefield. Same with the patrons, and he's like, alright, if I could do it to Zinc, I can do it to this guy.
Ha!
And so he lunges forward, and gonna do 5d6. 13, okay, so 6. So it doesn't hurt, but Zach does still manage to steal this guy's ability.
So you're fat now.
Specifically his defense buff one. And he lands back to the ground, like he rebounds off the guy, and then like lands on his feet, and he's like, yeah, I got it! And then suddenly he gains like 200 pounds, he's like, oh god, and he like falls to the ground. Help! So yeah, he's immobilized for a few turns now. Poor Zach. So Narples, your turn.
Well, I guess I just shouldn't touch him. So, again with the old plan. Tentacles. Come forth. 3 charges.
Okay.
That's a 12. This is not actually meant to attack him. It's more so to keep him, for now, to keep him in one place.
Just to keep him from moving, like entangle him?
Yes.
Okay.
Like,
It's
to
okay, he
tangle him
can't
so
move.
he cannot defend anymore.
Well, he
He's got
can't.
defense now.
He doesn't have his defense buff anymore thanks to Zach, though. So.
Yeah, so further exposed.
Yeah, fair. Okay, so.
So double defense down.
Alright, that's fair. So. Let's see if he can somehow dodge this.
I think he's too fat to dodge anything.
He can't.
Nice.
So, yeah, you've entangled him. And so now, for the next couple rounds, he's just there waiting to get punched, pretty much. That said, upon
Good.
seeing this, the other parasites rush forward to attack this ferret. And I'm going to have all 3 of these parasites team attack on her. So, beat a 14.
Me?
Yeah,
Or
you,
who?
Nico.
Oh, sorry. Damn it. Couldn't
Okay.
be worse.
Alright, so now to roll damage. Well, you lucked out in the damage department at least.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna say that because it wasn't really that much damage, it still doesn't interrupt your song. It like makes you stutter a little, but you keep going. So
Thanks.
now, oh whoops, hit it one too many times. Oh well.
Way to go.
But you you were like gotta be proper.
Yeah, you do.
So
Or being a GM.
yeah, I know. So Patron Boy, he's got cooldown on his others. He can't defense buff anymore. So Goron style, he hops up and down, and then rolls into a ball, and then decides to roll right at Zach. So unless someone wants to intervene to help the kid out, I don't think Zach's gonna dodge.
Anyway, he's
Watch
getting
out,
flagged.
if that attack hits, it'll get more powerful each turn, up to 5 turns, until it misses.
Yes.
He'll live, he's fat.
Zink doesn't care.
Why would he? He's still fighting.
I'm multitasking here already.
Yeah, so. And Lily's trying to help Narples, so yeah, Zach's on his own. So Zach has to beat an 11. And he has the dude's defense buff, so he has now 5d6. So so now
Stop fat shaming.
he rolls at Zach, and then similar to like when a tire hits like a lone tire hits like a speed bump, he like bounces off the kid and flies into the air, and then lands flat on his back, like back to where he was. So now like he again can't do much of anything. So meanwhile Zach's like, what just happened? Because he still can't get up. So it's Sync now.
Try blocking me with your 1d6, buddy.
He literally can't beat a 14, so roll damage. Alright, so how do you attack him? You just slash him with the bow again?
Yep.
Okay.
You're supposed to shoot arrows. Shut up.
Nah, you do what you want. So, alright. Now, Lily's turn. And with her, I'm gonna have her expel 3 charges. And she's just gonna... And she calls on Narples. She's like, Narples, duck!
Do it.
And so then she fills her bow with energy and twirls it around to send out like a wave of energy all around them. So they literally can't dodge this, so like it's just gonna be a damage roll. So 23, okay. So that takes out 2 of these guys. I'll just yeet them over here. And this guy is severely hurt. Alright. Zach is still fat and prone, so he's not doing much of anything. You just kind of hear him weakly go, help! Oh god! Like, so, Narples, your turn.
My heart stopped.
Your turn, Narples.
Alright. I only have 4 of these charges left, and I'm going to use up all of them.
Okay.
Now, as I was planning before, the orifices.
Narples, you are messed up.
How else are you
Well,
gonna...
it's easier to get from the inside.
So, okay, expel all 4 charges. And he can't dodge, so roll your damage.
So that's that's 3 plus yeah, so that's 7.
Yep.
Oh god, and I thought he smelled bad on the outside.
22. But yeah,
So does he dodge that?
no. He's blubbering in pain, still on the ground, still tied up. Yeah.
So let me repeat this. It's even worse.
I already damaged him for you, don't worry.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, now final parasite making a desperate attempt. Going to try and latch itself onto Narples to eat her. So beat a 2.
Do I even need to roll?
No. So yeah, you're not. You dodge it out of the way just fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
So now we're back to him. He's prone right now, so he can't do anything. So now it's Zinc.
Well, I'm gonna keep cutting meaty chunks off him.
Jeez.
Hey look, I hit. Hey look, same damage.
You should have just rolled damage, but like whatever.
Hey, gotta do this proper.
All right. And so now Lily runs up next to the around behind the last parasite and goes to just punch it to death. So yep, she definitely killed it. So all parasites are gone, and now everybody can focus right on the boss here. Zach is unfortunately still fat for one more turn, so he's still gonna just lay there.
Waddle, waddle.
Yeah, like, so Narples, back to you.
I'm going to use my weapon.
Go for it. 16. So, again,
Well, he can't.
yeah, so
can't
he's just gonna
dodge
take
regardless.
16, yeah.
Exactly.
Alright, so now he breaks free of the dark tentacles that bound him. And he struggles to get up a bit, and this time he's gonna roll out straight at Zinc.
Okay, you gonna hit me this time?
So,
Come on.
beat a 6. Alright, how do you block or dodge?
He just puts his foot up and the dude doesn't go anywhere.
Just stuck
Kinda,
in
yeah.
place. Alright, so now it is your turn, so how do you counterattack?
Hold on, I'm gonna pop him.
Just stab him in the gut?
Mm-hmm. Look at those ones.
Yeah.
Come on, roll to defend.
Even. So all you do is just kind of stop him dead and he flops a bit. So,
If that boy slim.
yeah. So, alright. Lily's turn. And she's gonna go for the rapid jab attack again. So, she runs up and she's buffed my Narples song this time. So, 24 damage. Nice. So yeah, he's definitely feeling it now. He's reeling back. You can tell he's starting to like get really out of breath, and he's like, "Oh, I could really use a milkshake right now." Like, just,
No more mayonnaise.
oh, someone get me a bucket. I'm gonna throw up. So, all right, and so now Zach is back to his normal.
Mayo shake.
Yeah. So now Zach's back to his normal self, and he's like, oh, thank goodness. Guys, remind me to never do that ever again. Ugh.
Quick, do it again.
No! So gross. Alright, so I'm gonna have him use 2 of his charges. He's gonna charge his sword with energy and go in for a mighty slash. So that is 5d6 to hit. And let's see. This guy only has 2, so he literally can't beat that. So let's do damage now. Same, okay. So yeah. 16. He's getting down low. Alright, Narples, what do you do?
I take my microphone and beat the living doodles out of him.
Doodles. Now, do you do it from a range because it's a blackjack, or do you get up close and personal?
Of course, I do it from range.
Okay, so unless he rolls perfect, he's not gonna beat a 12. Like, let's see. 9. Okay, yeah, roll your damage. 15. Nice.
4, 5, 6.
Yep. Alright. So now he's gonna do his loud, terrible ranting attack. Since you're all in range, he's standing up and it's off cooldown. So, Tom or Troy, would you guys like to do the rant this time? One of you?
I thought I was still knocked out.
Well, you are, but, you know, I figured I'd give you something to do.
Do you want to speak for the villain?
Yeah.
Oh, alright, food and milkshakes now. Kill all of you.
You know what, that's pretty straightforward, I'll give it to you. So, alright, everyone's in range, so beat a 13.
Damn it.
Zinc.
Yeah.
Nobody beat a 13, so
Come on, do damage.
9.
I have finally reached the threshold. It begins.
What begins? Dare explain to the class?
Not until the ability activates.
Well, it's now Zinc's turn, so I would say the ability activates.
Well, no, it doesn't.
Yeah,
It only activates when he's taking damage beneath 70.
yeah.
Anyway, he just spins his bow around and stabs it downward like a knife.
Zinc, you seem to not be understanding what this instrument you're holding.
Do you not see the blades? Or what? Do you expect me to fabricate arrows out of my no energy?
I know.
I really need regen somewhere. Come on, block, big boy.
Well, he kind of can't beat a 12 unless he does perfect, so, but okay.
Yeah, you can still do it.
9.
Take your 13.
1 extra point of damage, oh.
He stabs it right through his fat knee.
Jeez.
Well, it's nothing but blubber. He's not even reaching the bone.
Yeah. Alright, Lily's turn. And she's gonna use her cheetah speed to run around him in a circle, like really, really fast to dizzy him. And then hit him from behind with her bow staff. So He can't beat a 17, so I'm just gonna say 17 damage. So, bam. And also, he's now dizzy. He can't dodge for these coming attacks. So, now it's Zach's turn. And, And he's like, well, it worked the first time. Let's do it again. And so I'm gonna have him expel 3 charges. And not only is his sword now covered in energy, but it also, like, extends a bit. Like the energy blade that's covering it, right? So he can sweep it across to slash him from a bit further along. And so that's 15. Can't beat that. Let's roll that again for damage. Jesus! Alright. Okay, so now that he's super low, Narples, would you like to do the finisher?
Do I?
Yep, so why don't you describe to, or rather reveal to everybody what your finisher attack is?
I will, What to do?
Well, you do have an official finisher, remember? So, I'll set it up for you, hold on. Okay, so...
Oh yeah, I found it.
Yeah, so Lily is now... calls out to her, and she's like, Narples, he's weak, take him down! Look inside yourself and use whatever you can do, and do whatever you do!
I'll use what's on the inside of me.
Your liver?
And then I throw the microphone into the air, and then as it falls into the floor, it doesn't actually clunk on it. It just falls, and it creates like a swirl behind it. It like falls through the floor and creates a gate, a dimensional field of darkness that starts syncing up the patron like a toilet like flushing water, and of course he gets stuck. So who's gonna help me with this?
Just Lily and Narples just jump up and down on top of him to push him down in it. Just
like take a broom.
Yeah, just poke.
But as it happens, because it's a vital draining pack, he slowly gets like thinner and thinner, and so he eventually succumbs to the darkness and just goes inside and just gets drained.
You shouldn't have eaten the cursed gypsy pie.
And then the place where he was standing explodes because Power Rangers. So,
The darkness explodes.
yes.
I never get to use my ability.
You were so happy, and then it was
I
taken.
I shouldn't have set a threshold. I really shouldn't have.
So everyone poses. They're like, "Yeah, the day is saved."
Zink doesn't. He goes back.
And he just leaves immediately.
Like, they're all posing. He's walking back. Guardian, beam me up.
And so he does. And so then Lily walks over to the place that exploded, and there lying is another Chronos crystal just shimmering there. And she picks it up, looks at it, and she's like, so you're looking for these, right? And she tosses it towards Narples.
Ooh, shiny.
So,
Thanks.
and she's like, yeah, the Guardian told me you guys were looking for that, and I happen to be in the area, so figured I'd help out.
Wait, you know what? You know the Guardian?
Yeah, all the Rangers know the Guardian. So,
Weird, because the Guardian says he doesn't know anything about the other race. or that they're in on the job.
And Lily just kind of looks confused, and she's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. All I know is he's definitely talked to me and a few others, apparently, from what I've been told.
Oh.
So, and so then she kind of walks up and puts like a hand on Narples' shoulder, and she's like, well, keep at it. I'm sure you'll be a great idol one day.
Thanks.
And
I'll keep trying.
and then Lily's like, well, till next time. And then with her cheetah speed, she runs off into the distance. And so then Zach then walks up and he's like, that a friend of yours or something?
I mean, I guess you could say that. She helped me out in the middle of this chaos. Now, let me just get out of here
And
before
then
the boss
you
comes
both look
back.
over and like the building is half gone and there's like food and china everywhere. And like,
I mean, I knew the building was half gone, but it's the end of my shift. So,
you don't care if Kanye himself walks through that gaping hole. You are out.
I am so out of it.
And Zach's like,
I mean,
yeah,
it's-
good
I mean,
idea.
it's the end of my shift. I'm not getting paid to stay any longer than this.
Good idea. And so then you both leave the scene. And so now some time passes. And then Olivia finally wakes up from behind the counter.
Alright. Alright, she wakes up with lost strength, and she looks around and just goes, what the heck happened? And where's my
What
grand
in tarnation?
Where's my grand
Where's
slam?
my grand sandwich?
I don't know. The place is only like 90% evaporated.
I
And
guess I'll have to come back another time to get my grand sandwich.
she just writes a note and puts it on the counter. You owe me a grand slam.
On that same note, that was left by the owner of the place.
Yes.
Does the owner ever come back?
He comes back and he sees Olivia there, and he's like, "What in tarnation?"
He has a heart attack and dies.
No.
Gets a lot of money from his insurance.
Yeah,
Rebuilds the place.
Panda Bakery. So then we transition away, and we see Rose and Nadia once again watching the local news, and there's a damage report for the city. And Nico, would you like to do the honors?
Welcome. In today's news, a horrible attack has happened, but most of the city was alright. The supermarkets has slightly been damaged. The Hiroshi Diner has not received any damage. The hospital full of disabled children was set on fire, and they were then attacked by stray samurais. The cause is still unknown. The train station is still in one piece, only suffering minor damages. Panda Bakery has been ruined and now is filed for bankruptcy.
We will keep you updated as more info comes in, and then the report ends. So, now, is there anything any of you guys want to happen before we wrap this episode up?
Well, we just murdered a human being.
Don't
He
worry
didn't
about
revert.
it. Don't worry about it.
No,
the darkness will take care of him. Don't worry about it.
I'm just going to assume somebody took the crystal.
Yeah. Zach gave it to or rather, Lily gave it to Narples.
There you go. That's a dead man. Guardian lied again.
He didn't say they would revert.
You must kill him to save him.
I mean, speaking in a sense.
I mean, yeah,
to
but
save their
that's
souls.
yeah, but that's literally what Zink said. And if the the Bastion of Hope and Goodness is saying that, there's a problem.
Correct,
Am
there
I
is a problem.
wrong?
It's called the Parasites.
The problem is also they won't get off his ass and do anything. It's not that hard.
Now, now that everything is over, so Dungeon Rings today, I just zip to the. I'm like, yo, Guardian, I've got one of them shiny.
And the Guardian, floats it up into the abyss like normal, and he's like,
No.
huh.
I want to get some Netflix today. I'm so out of it.
Ah, very well. Choose your gate. And so he, motions to the various ranger gates, of the archives.
I would like to learn about that nice, more about that nice yellow lady that helped me out in the kitchen today.
Ah, the Jungle Fury team. Very well.
Yes.
And so then a platform floats down in front of Narples, and it has a gate with the Jungle Fury Red Ranger's helmet on top of it.
I said the yellow one.
You'll see the story of the entire team, don't worry.
Okay.
Just wait until the ending.
Zink chimes in.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, I imagine he already watched it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so then the Guardian takes the crystal and the platform with the Jungle Fury gate and Narples on it floats up to back to where it was. And so then back with Zach, he has gone back to the warehouse that Zink gave him, quote unquote.
That's destroyed anyway.
Yeah, that's like half gone. And there, a bunch of scraggly kids are there, like a group of them. They're all wearing like rags, and they're very underfed looking. And he's there, giving out food that he took from Panda Bakery. So
I mean,
That's where the Grand Slamwich went.
yes.
That's where all of the Grand Slamwiches are now.
It's also where the 17 Panera Breads went. That's why Catherine Andrews never got them.
Good. She doesn't deserve that bread. She deserves jail time for her music, not bread.
So, with that, unless someone has something else they want to establish, that's gonna be the end.
No, I'm just watching Netflix now.
Yeah.
I'm not in this episode.
Narples, you still have his wallet.
That's true. Narples does still have the grease-stained wallet.
That nasty, greasy wallet.
I really love I was knocked out for the whole fight.